Hi, I'm Julie Schiffman, and today we're going to tap for feeling stressed out. You know what it feels like to feel stressed, right? You might be stressed about one thing or many things and feeling completely overwhelmed. And when we're feeling overwhelmed, it can be very hard to make sound decisions and feel like we're making the right choices for ourselves. When we are feeling stressed out, our body goes into what we call fight or flight response. Our subconscious mind is always trying to protect us, and it's always working. So when we are sleeping at night, it is our subconscious mind which is keeping our heart pumping and our lungs breathing and all of our organs in constant communication so that when we wake up in the morning, we are feeling refreshed and ready to begin a brand new day. It's also working for us when we perceive that we are in danger. For example, let's say you were younger and you were bit by a dog. It was really scary and painful for you. And now as an adult, you continue to be scared whenever you see a dog. Realistically, you might know that this dog is friendly and you are safe, but your subconscious mind has an alarm going off saying, "This is so not safe. Run away, fast." Another example might be for all those people out there who are freaked out by public speaking. When I was in 4th grade, I was so nervous getting up in front of the class, and even though I had notes on my topic, I accidentally skipped a note card, and I messed it up completely. Some of the kids were laughing, and I just about died up there. For years, I was panicked about public speaking, and every time I would get in front of a group, I would panic. Again, this put me in fight or flight mode. My subconscious mind was sounding the alarm, saying, "Run, this isn't safe. They will all laugh at you." Well, thanks to tapping, it's not much of an issue anymore, but this plagues many people out there on a daily basis. When we tap, we're reminding our subconscious mind that it is safe and it's okay to feel calm. It gets the energy moving in our body in such a way that it removes all the negative limiting beliefs based on what has happened in the past. So if you were bit by a dog when you were younger, you would tap on the fears, the pain, and any other emotions about that event, and ultimately you would find that you no longer have an emotional attachment to it. This is how tapping works. So let's get started with some tapping. First, I want you to think about a stressor. It can be anything, something that happened today, yesterday, or 20 years ago. It can also be something you are stressed about in the future, which is probably the fear of the unknown, since it hasn't happened yet. You're making up a story in your mind which hasn't even occurred yet. How many times have you thought about an event that hasn't happened yet and you replay a made-up scenario in your mind over and over again? You're just sure this is how it's going to play out, only to find that afterwards you were worried for nothing. This fear is based only on past experiences, things that have occurred in the past and you didn't deal with them at the time, so now is the time to let it go. So back to the stressor. What are you stressed about right now? Write it down if you want. Just pick one, though, for the purpose of this tapping sequence. Think about how this stressor is making you feel. Do you feel scared? Do you feel angry, sad, powerless? Now, where do you feel it in your body? For some people, this can be a tricky question because you might not think about this often. But give yourself just a minute. If you're feeling scared, where is it? Is it in your chest? Is it in your head? Is it in your back? If you are angry, do you feel like your blood is boiling? Or maybe you feel it caught in your throat. In other words, how do you know you are feeling scared or angry? You feel it, wherever it is. Just notice it. Now I want you to rate the stress on a scale of 0 to 10. How intense is this for you? 0 is that you don't feel it at all, and 10 is pretty intense. Rate it and write it down so you know where your starting point is. The goal of this is really to be as specific as possible to get the best results. But for the purpose of this tapping sequence, I will be very general since I can't possibly know what your stressor is. If at any point this feels overwhelming for you, please reach out for help. As always, please take responsibility for your own emotional and physical well-being. We're going to tap on the karate chop point on the side of the hand and repeat after me. Even though I am feeling so stressed about this situation, I love and accept myself. Even though I am really stressed out here, it's getting hard for me to focus on what I need to do in order to relax. I accept myself anyway. Even though I'm finding it really hard to love and accept myself when I feel this way. I accept how I feel about it, and I'm ready and willing to consider letting it go. And we're going to tap through the points. I'm feeling so stressed out. This situation is really stressing me out. I'm feeling so upset or scared or angry. And I really feel it in my stomach or my throat or my chest. I can't stop thinking about it. I am really worrying about it. I have to worry about it. It makes me feel like I'm doing something about it by worrying. I have to worry and be upset about it. It wouldn't make sense for me to just let it go and relax. Then I would be giving up all control and feel powerless. I'm going to try to let this go for now. I believe it will all work out. This worrying isn't helping matters. In fact, it's making me more anxious. I'm open to the possibility of relaxing. Perhaps if I am able to relax about this, I will be able to see better choices for myself. Things always work out. Always. Even when I don't love the outcome, it all seems to work out okay. I think this will be okay. I'm even beginning to see other options that I didn't see before. I'm beginning to see things more clearly. My body feels more relaxed, and I'm feeling more balanced. I love when I can relax and see things more clearly. I am letting go. Peace. And just take a big deep breath in and let it go and see how that feels. And go back and think about what was making you so stressed out. Does it still feel as intense to you, or has it changed a bit? Perhaps a new layer has come up for you, like a new emotion that you weren't feeling before. If this is the case, keep going back and tapping on it until it's gone. Again, this was a very general tapping sequence, obviously. Your job is to be as specific as possible. So if you are feeling overwhelmed because you have too much work to do and can't fit it in, just be really specific. Such as, even though if you want to tap on the side of your hand, you would go through and say something like, even though I'm really stressed out and overwhelmed because I have way too much to do, that's a pretty general statement, and it might get the job done. But if you can make it even more specific, like, even though I have to finish that report by tomorrow, but I also need to get my kids to basketball and get dinner on the table and help my kids with their homework, and I'm feeling really overwhelmed, and I don't know how it's all going to get done, I accept myself and I choose to take it 1 minute at a time. That's a lot of words, but it is more specific, and that might help you to feel more calm. You see the difference? You just take the time to figure out how you're feeling and start tapping. It just feels good. Reach out for help if tapping is stressing you out. Sometimes it helps to have someone to give you the words. Whatever you do, keep on tapping.